Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Monlebotton, and this is A Creative's Conversation. On today's podcast episode, we have Kiara Hill joining us today. Welcome to the limelight. Kiara Hill is a writer, video editor, and digital designer based in Chicago, Illinois. Today, we'll be diving into how she found her style of storytelling, her current self-discovery docuseries on YouTube, and the other ways she's expanded her network through school, TikTok, and events. Thank you for being here. How are you today?
Thank you for having me so much. I'm doing well. How are you?
That's good. I'm glad. I know I asked you how your commute was from here. Where are you coming from, if you could share?
Down south. So
yes.
It was a little bit, but it wasn't bad at all. It was just a train,
cool.
basically.
Yeah, you just kind of moved back to Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it been so far?
Oh, I love Chicago. I knew I wanted to be here.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. I guess I kind of wanted to start off the conversation from your background, I guess, like your upbringing. Like I mentioned in the intro, you do a lot of writing and video content. So I guess what got you started in that type of media?
Well, I feel like I've always written kind of forever. I was born in Jackson, Mississippi, and I say Mississippi makes amazing writers.
Yeah.
Just from its history and how deeply rooted we are from the South. And so I just always grew up around storytelling and artists. My grandmother is an artist. She's a painter, a sculptor, a drawer, and so is my aunt. So just creativity.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just always, or something I always say, like the first picture of me, it wasn't a picture, it was a portrait that my grandmother did. So
that's so cute.
Yeah.
That was nice. So you always had kind of like artistic people around you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's
which
cool.
I'm very grateful for.
Did any of them do kind of the art that you're doing, like writing, video design, stuff like
Not
that?
Not professionally.
Okay.
My grandmother does write. She's a phenomenal writer, but she's never just, I guess, published her work yet.
Right.
Hopefully we might see something soon. But still, that was okay. I say I just took the artistic gene and just transformed it into how it fit me.
Yeah. And how did that kind of happen? Did you just like stumble upon other artists that you liked, like when you were younger, or how'd you get started in all of it?
Well, I just always loved books. So always reading really helped with that. I would just like write like in the margins of my books and things, or like reimagine stories. When I was like 8, I wrote like my grandmother in her house, she had like a shared computer, like all of my cousins, we all used the same computer, and I wrote like an 80-page story on there at 8, and then one of my cousins accidentally deleted it, and it was
I would have been
so traumatized. I was crying. My grandmother was like, "Why did you do that?" My cousin, she was like 6 at the time, so she doesn't know what's going on. It was just chaos.
No, that's rough.
But that was the start of like, okay, I really felt passionate about this thing. Where did it go?
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, like middle school fanfic and all of that jazz. So
canon. Yeah, I feel you with that. Yeah.
So
wait, that's cool.
Thank
okay,
you.
Awesome. So you kind of started doing it like for yourself a little bit. How did you start sharing, I guess, your creative pieces with other people?
As always, there's always an English high school teacher who helps you navigate that. So basically, I did like gymnastics all my life, but I ended up quitting around sophomore year because a bunch of shit just started happening. And that was low-key like an identity crisis, because it's like I was a gymnast all my life. That's what I was known as. I was competing competitively. I was training, like I was in an elite training facility being recruited for college. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So when I lost that, it was like, who am I? Like, what do I do now? And I just turned to writing again. Like, I just guess I went back to my roots. And so I guess what I wrote was pretty good, because my English teacher at the time was like, you need to submit to Scholastic. You need to do this. Like, see me after class. And she just really poured into my writing. And so I guess that around that time, like age 15, is when I was like, okay, this writing thing, I really like it. That's who I am, a storyteller. And I like submitted to Scholastic and things and was validated in that, because I did win awards, and so that was great. And I got a scholarship to like a poetry camp. Yeah, and all these things. So I was like, okay, maybe there's something here. And so since then, I've just been a storyteller. But in college, my major was actually film. But all the basis is like writing and storytelling.
Yeah. So do you want to do primarily writing in film or other things within film?
Other things. I started film because when I told my mom I wanted to go to college for creative writing, she was like, no.
Yeah, also canon event. Yeah.
Like, no, but she said, you know what? Pitch it to me. She was like, make a PowerPoint, pitch it to me. If you can tell me how you're going to make money writing, by all means, spread your wings and fly. And so, of course, I ended up doing like research for my presentation to my mother. And I was like, I could be a film major and I can write for film. And she was like, you know what? TT. And I like that idea.
Yeah, that's so cute.
And so she said, boom, film major. I'm about it.
Dang.
And so that's how I ended up being a film major. But with the major, I went to Northwestern, where your freshman year requirements are to basically do everything. So you do writing, you do production, you're on sets, you do editing, post, like everything.
It's a lot.
Yeah. it was kind of crazy, but I'm glad they do it because it gets you to like dabble in everything.
Yeah.
And then you can like choose what you don't want to do going forward.
Yeah.
And so doing that, I actually found out I really love editing.
Yeah.
I took an editing class and I was like, wait, this is actually really fun. I'm piecing things together. I'm talking to the director, figuring out what shots they want. Like one of my favorite triumphs was I literally ended up like flipping a page of the script because we were like, this isn't flowing correctly. But when I took those scenes and moved it around, it did exactly what we wanted. And I was like, this feels like magic.
Yeah.
Like this is so cool.
Yeah.
And so since then, I've been heavily diving into editing, animation, and motion graphics. Those are like my favorite things to do. So I still write, but I love editing as well, so just kind of doing both.
That makes sense. I mean, I feel like editing, especially video editing, is another form of storytelling. Yes. So I feel like that makes sense how that translates. And I also wanted to kind of get into all of the different mediums you partake in, and you kind of went into a little bit with motion graphics and animation. So how do you feel like, I guess, your skills from writing, especially growing up with that, how that has, I guess, translated into the new art that you're practicing now?
One of my mentors, actually, because I was talking to him about it, and I was like, I don't know why I like editing so much. He was like, honestly, I feel like editors are the last writers because you were the last ones to piece the story together for what you want the audience to see. And so when he said that, I felt like that really resonated because it feels like, okay, I'm just bringing like my writing practice into a different form. So I think it just all is about storytelling and piecing together the story in the way, you know, like the director is envisioning it to be told. And that goes into like my animation and motion graphics because to me, it's all editing. It's all just adding pizzazz at the end. Like I said, it feels like magic. So seeing how the different elements you place on a story really help it come to life.
Yeah.
I love it. Like editing takes 1,000,001 years. But when you see the final product, you're like, teeth. Like, yeah.
I feel like all of the mediums that you have, or at least from what I've seen, take a lot of time. Yeah. And so I don't know how you found the time to do all of that, but it's great. No, that's valid. What did you do specifically, I guess, at Northwestern with film and also animation and stuff? Were there a lot of opportunities you felt like?
Well, kind of. Unfortunately, when I was a senior is when they put an animation minor.
Oh, okay. It always works out like that. Yeah.
Game design and animation minor, and I was like, yo, and I'm a senior. I see how it is.
Right.
Leaving this place. But like I said, with you, so freshman year you take like the foundations of everything, and then what I like about Northwestern, it is on a quarter system, which sucks. Which is not semesters. Instead of 2 semesters, you have 4 quarters. Insane.
Oh yeah.
It's
no, those are crazy to me.
It's terrible, but the good thing about it is you can take so much because you're fitting in so much in your time. And so because of that, I was able to take like a heck ton of classes and just dabble. So I took like 2D animation classes. I took motion graphics. I even took game design. Yeah. And virtual reality installments. And I loved it all. And that's when I was like, okay, I like this area. I feel like I say it's like play to me. I like playing. And so,
no, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I love being experimental, playing like merging media.
Cool.
So I was like, so I would always take elements of what I would do. And I guess my writing kind of still surfaced because in one of my classes where I showed one of the pieces I created, one of my fellow classmates was like, this felt like poetry, even though it was a film. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you about to make me cry.
Right.
Like, that's beautiful. So I just think everything still comes together.
Yeah.
It all is very time consuming.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like that. And the more you do it, the more I follow like a pattern.
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
Personal, like, my presets and things like that to help it flow faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does take time, but that's okay because it turns out really well.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's an investment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
What is your, I guess, like creative process like when you're starting a project? How do you come up with the idea? I guess, do you have inspirations that you or things that you do to get inspiration? And then how do you figure out what that medium will be for whatever you wrote?
Yeah, well, as like a hobby, I guess, I also do like social media. Like I'm on TikTok and things, as you guys know. And I think because of that, I'm always thinking of ideas. Like everything to me, unfortunately, is like content.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, though.
No, I
It's
get
like,
that, yeah.
It's like, oh, like this could be video, this could be video. So I'm
That's
very
cool.
grateful that like whenever I'm looking around, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do draw inspiration from a lot of creators that I like and I admire. I'm constantly watching like channels that I think are cool. Or even like I'll watch movies and I know good and well I don't have the software to do like everything they're doing, but I'm inquisitive. I'm like, how did you do that? And so then I'll try to recreate it with the limited resources I have to see like how close I can get. So just being open to like playing around, knowing that like I might not get it perfect, but at least I'm seeing what will happen. So yeah, I guess that's my creative process, just trying random things. Sometimes I do have a script, like if like for my YouTube channel, for example, if I'm like, I want to talk about an event I went to, right? Then I'm like, okay, I want to talk about an event. How can I make this, like, you know, people want to watch it. It's not just boring. You're just going with me an event. So then I will write a script like, okay, introduction. Hi, guys. We're going here today.
Cool.
And then, like, I want this graphic here and this graphic here. So, yeah, I guess it all just depends on what I want to do. But a lot of the times it's just, like, on the spot creativity, like walking around and being inspired by something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this could be a video. I always have, like, in my bag, I literally have my notebook with me. I always have a notebook with me so I can always jot down when anything comes up in my head.
Yeah, that's nice that you have, like, kind of the creative liberty that you can kind of just decide all of that.
Yeah,
and you
so
mentioned your YouTube channel, which I wanted to get into since you have like a docu-series going on, Being 23.
Yeah.
And you kind of, I feel like from what I've seen, what you've put out already with your episodes, they kind of are able to take on a lot of different forms. And so how has producing that, writing it, figuring out how the series is going to go, how has that whole experience been so far?
Yeah, it's been really great. So I learned that although I'm into film and writing, I'm very bad at, like, taking pictures and documenting things. Like, it's so bad. My grandmother is always like, did you take a picture? And I'm like, no. She's like, Kiara, how did we know? And so I knew that, like, I was moving to Chicago postgraduate, like, taking on this adult life. And I was like, you know what? I do want to document this for myself. I do want to have, like, this thing that I can always look back on about, you know, like, what I did. So that's how the YouTube channel kind of came to be. And then I was also like, I can use it as a portfolio piece because 100%. I'm showcasing, like, my editing skills, my motion graphic capabilities, things like that. And it works. It's gotten me a job. But, like, so it's doing what I wanted.
It's amazing.
I know, it's so cool, right? And so between it just documenting for myself, showing off my skills, and then also it's a way that, like, my family and everyone can still see what I'm doing, which is really, really nice. So they're not always hassling. They're like, I saw on your channel. You sure did. Yes, thank you for tuning in. That's
such a good idea.
And like you said, each episode is different because it's a live docuseries. So I'm just taking people along with me as I do whatever in Chicago. So stuff isn't really planned. I, like, have goals and things that I want to accomplish, so it does give that sense of, like, oh, did she achieve this? Because I have an episode where I talk about what my goals are and what I want to do in my career and how I want to put my name out there. So you're kind of following along to see if I do those things. But it's also about, like, just being 23, like, making friends as an adult. What the hell? You know, like, you know, like, all these things just happen with life. I'm documenting and telling, and it's so much fun.
No, that does sound really fun. Bring back, like, OG vlogging
at
YouTube. That's what I grew up on.
That's what I talk about. Like, when I'm, like, lacking, like, what do I want to do a video on? I'll just watch, like, channels that are, like, that just do random stuff. I'm like, oh, she literally did a video about looking for a job. I can talk about the struggles of looking for a job. And so boom, that idea is there, and I'm like, how can I make this, you know, my style? How
did you, I guess, develop your style? I mean, I know you had experience with, like, editing and graphics already, but when it comes to your YouTube channel and specifically Being 23, how, I guess, what motivated you to make those design decisions that you did with it?
I think, well, one thing I had to do in college was make a portfolio for myself.
And
so I took a portfolio class, and that was the launching point. That was great. That class was a mess.
Cool.
Making a portfolio is so much work. You think about every little thing. But because of that class, I made my portfolio, and I guess my style just kind of comes from that. Like, I pulled the same colors. Like, everyone tells me, and I love, like, these colors, but everyone tells me it reminds them of me, like yellows, greens, browns. So that's my color scheme.
Cool.
And then my font is, like, very playful. It's like a handwritten font because that's what I want to give off. So that's, like, the style just kind of came together because I did my portfolio and I was like, yes, this is nice, this is me, I like it. Now how do I just translate that to, you know, moving pieces? Is not a website, it's now a YouTube video.
Right. That's cool. I feel like there definitely is a consistency of your style between your work and with the different types of media. That's like a really cool thing, to have your own voice.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. How has meeting people through your docuseries and other forms of social media been? Because I know you've kind of continued the same thing on TikTok too.
Let's get into it. So basically, I like my docuseries too because it's a large motivator for me. So I'm like, I have this docuseries, I want it to be entertaining. So I have to actually do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so while thinking about that, I was like, okay, I'm in Chicago. I don't know nobody. Well, I have my roommates. So my roommates moved from Mississippi to Chicago with me.
Oh, cool.
I convinced my high school best friend.
I was gonna. Oh, that's
Yes.
that's like ideal
It's
situation.
ideal.
That's so cute.
We met in high school. We stayed friends like all through college.
Yeah.
And those are my girls down.
That's so cute. Did they also go to school in Chicago?
No, they went to school in Mississippi.
Wow.
At different places. So I was in Evanston at Northwestern, and they were both at schools back home in Mississippi, but we still were very close.
That's
remained
so
in
cute.
contact. And one day we're on a Zoom call together because we
Yeah.
do that. And I was like, yo, low key, what if y'all move to Chicago with me after we graduate? And they were like, low key. I was like, low key, high key. And so then we actually started planning for it. And we did it, and I'm very proud of us for making that happen.
That's amazing.
So my little apartment, it feels like a little home because my two closest friends from high school live with me.
Oh, that's like ideal situation. Yeah.
But outside of them, I was like, what's happening here?
Right.
What do I know? And so, boom, I go on TikTok. I don't even know how my series started, but I ended up talking to someone on TikTok, like in the comments or something, and then we ended up hanging out. And I was like, wait, this could be a great idea. Like me being like, DM me on TikTok and I'll hang out with you and let's make it a series. And so the first video I did, I call it Shoot Your Shot, because I'm like, shoot your shot, DM me and we'll hang out, or DM anyone, do anything.
Yeah.
Just shoot your shot and tell me about it. And so I did my first video of that, and it did really good. It got like 6,000 views or something. So I'm like, oh, people are interested. They want to make friends. So I was like, let me continue this. And it's been really great. So many people are DMing me and reaching out, and it's showing that we want community, we want connection.
Right.
People are just scared to like reach out. But now that I have this thing on TikTok where I'm telling you, please reach out to me, I will answer. People are a lot more open to it. And I've done 15 Shoot Your Shots since.
Damn.
So that's what, 15 new people.
Yeah.
And not everyone lands, because that's just, you know, how life
Yeah,
goes.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
are just like one-offs. But I've had at least 4 people who are like incredibly good friends to me now because of the Shoot Your Shot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
I love it here.
So is that because you talked a little bit about your goals when we were talking about your docuseries. So is that, I guess, what are your goals with your content? Is your goal just to meet as many people as possible? Is there a specific type of people you want to meet, or what are you looking for?
Yeah, so one of my goals, I have like, I guess, different goals. A social goal is just meeting many people because I'm in the film industry. It's very who you know.
You got a network.
It's so unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yep.
It's literally who you know in the film industry. So I was like, I need to put myself out here as an editor, as a filmmaker, so I can start meeting people in Chicago that could help elevate me, and also just, make friends with people with like interests.
Yeah.
And that's been, so that was like my goal, like putting myself out there, letting people know I'm here. And it's been good so far. I actually met with a director in Chicago, and they're asking me to make a trailer for one of their upcoming films. So I'm like, you know what?
That is amazing.
Thank you. I'm like, we're
like
here.
editing
we're
it?
here. Yeah.
Oh, that's
we're
amazing.
in here.
Dang.
And so that's super exciting. Like, I see what's going on. And like with my writing, for example, I want to put my poetry out there more, go to open mics and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting other poets who are taking me to open mics and taking me to these spaces to meet other creative people, which has been super beneficial. So definitely that social piece has been a goal. And then another goal, like professionally, is like learning, like, not how to sell myself, but like how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, market yourself. Yeah.
Market,
yeah.
what a good word.
Synonym.
Yeah, exactly. How to market myself. And I think because I have put this channel out there, that gives me a really good starting place.
Oh, 100%.
To be like, I had this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
See what I do.
Yeah.
So that's also something that I'm learning, like how to market myself, present myself as a video editor, so that I can make this, you know, my real thing. Like, I have a day job because I need money, but what I want to be, the thing that I do, is being in the film industry, editing and animation and things like that.
Cool. How has it been with the people that you have met so far? Is it weird kind of meeting people solely from online to in person?
No, I've always been a little too online. So
Felt that, yeah.
I was like on Wattpad.
We were talking to strangers from like 5 years old.
Yeah, I was on Wattpad.
Okay, that's valid.
In, like, middle school fans.
Okay.
In the comments, so I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So.
Have you met up with people before for like online friends or?
No. Well, before Shoot Your Shot, yes, I have a friend who I met on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because we both watched The Owl House, which is this cartoon on Disney.
Yeah.
So that's how we met, and they actually live in Chicago. So when I moved up here, they were like, "Yo," and I was like, "Yo," and so that was a connection I made before TikTok. So I guess I wasn't really meeting people, so it made it less scary.
Yeah.
But I feel like like you mentioned, like how I have my style, and because my page is so me that the people reaching out to me, they know what they're gonna get. You know, like I'm very, very black, I'm very queer, very loud, very all these things. So it's like, yeah, you either rock with me or you don't. I've had like some random ass men in my DMs. I'm like, why are you here? You're like, you just said I'm a dad.
Yeah.
Why do I want to hang out with you? And I'm just like, goodbye.
No, that is weird.
Yeah.
So how do you usually pick with who you do want to meet with? Do you talk a little bit beforehand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, they reach out via DM first, and we talk a little bit. I like when they have a social media trail. If you don't have like any videos up or anything, no.
A little sus.
Yeah, I'm not hanging out with you. Are you even real?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to have some type of, and it was so funny too, because there's one girl I'm meeting up with soon, and she didn't have any TikTok videos, and I was like, girl, are you real? Like, I'm not about to hang out with you. And I was like, do you have Insta? She's like, no, I don't have Insta. I was like, well, I'm not meeting out. But then she sent me her LinkedIn.
She has her priorities straight, and it's just LinkedIn.
And it was so funny. I was like, you know what? I like that my rules are in place, because where there's a will, there's a way. Shawty sent me her LinkedIn.
That is so funny. And she was real.
And she's real.
Okay, good.
She's doing good.
Yeah.
She's post-grad like me. She
that
makes
is
little
so
posts
funny.
on LinkedIn.
Only having LinkedIn, maybe she's onto something, honestly.
I was like, wow, I'm impressed. But thank you for sharing your LinkedIn.
So it's really just anyone who can hit you up. And
anyone he can be a preview reel.
Exactly.
Talk a little bit first.
Vibe a little.
Yeah, I'm a lot more like men. I'm like,
Valid.
Yeah.
Especially, are you meeting up alone most of the time, or do you ever bring people with you to like?
It's always like a public place.
Yes.
I always make sure that first. So I've had like. So yes, I could be meeting up with one person, but it could be like a lot of people around. For example, one person for a Shoot Your Shot, my friend Azure, invited me to their birthday party, and that's how we met.
Oh my god!
Oh, it was karaoke. It was so fun, time of my life, and I met.
That was when you met them?
Yeah, at their birthday party.
So you met a bunch of other people too? I'm assuming?
I met a whole bunch.
That is amazing.
Of really awesome people.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because one of my really good friends that I have now, we didn't meet through Shoot Your Shot technically, but I met them at Azure's birthday party, and now we're so close.
Yeah, no, that's like friend group. Boom.
Yes.
All there,
So stuff like that is really amazing.
That's
but
so cute.
always a public place. I'm not meeting nobody at like your private studio. No. Somebody said that. They're like, we could be at my no. I'm not meeting you at no
that's how you get kidnapped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you do usually, I guess? What are have you found like new activities in Chicago by doing this series?
I love doing activities. So I did things like I've gone to open mics, which has been really great because that's what I want. I've gone to like different craft events, so I've done like book binding, junk journaling, just stuff like I love scrolling through Eventbrite. I could be like an Eventbrite like speaker.
Yeah.
I talk about Eventbrite so much because I just scroll and find things. I've easily done like dinner, coffee. I've like walked around with some people. There's an influencer on TikTok. Her name is Sydney, and she talks about like Chicago architecture. So, that's one of my best. That's my homegirl now. But she was like, we could talk about architecture. Like I show you my favorite buildings. So that was our Shoot Your Shot. And it was phenomenal. And now I see Sydney all the like.
I would love that.
Over.
Yeah, that's so cute. Okay, yeah. So just collecting friends everywhere.
Collecting friends and learning the city. That was another big part. I wanted to be able to explore and see different parts of the city. So whenever I have a Shoot Your Shot, I'm like, well, where do you want to be? Like I don't mind going anywhere. So I've been everywhere, even the suburbs. Like that's not Chicago, but I was down there.
It's part of. It's close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah. So it's like everywhere from
that's
like
so nice,
Rogers
though.
Park to like.
Yeah, the whole everywhere. Yeah. What I guess I wanted to ask a little bit more about your messaging and since you're meeting up with so many people and then sharing it on a bunch of platforms, what do you want your audience to take away from watching you do all this?
Just community building. One of my favorite comments that I got from my Shoot Your Shot series was like, this dude, he was just like, this is dope. You're taking it offline. And I'm like, exactly. People forget we can take it offline.
Everything is online.
Everything is online. Like, yes, it starts online, but we're taking it off immediately. I'm meeting you in person, making this real connection. And what I like about my Shoot Your Shots is because a lot of them, like, yes, we might go to a party or something, but it's still like one-on-one time. Like you're individually meeting me.
True.
So that in itself creates a deeper connection there. So take it offline. Reach out to people is my biggest thing. Everybody's so scared. Like Like, what is a meme I saw, like, Gen Z is in a nonchalant contest or something?
Yeah, no one wants to talk to each other.
Like, everyone's so, like, nonchalant, cool, la, la, la. Stop.
They don't want to be cringe.
Exactly. To be cringe just to be free.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, that's the message I'm trying to give out. To be
that's a good message.
To be free.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with
do
that.
The thing, reach out to the person, be silly.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I guess I also wanted to ask, kind of like one of the final questions I wanted to get into, I guess, future stuff and projects that you wanted to work on. Any new ideas coming soon that you think you're going to experiment with in terms of literally any work that you produce?
Yeah, so I mentioned, like, the trailer I'm doing for a film. I don't know if I could talk about it because, yeah, girlie was like, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, professional things.
Yes, professional things. But I think I love working on indie projects, which is what I'm excited about. I want to tell, like, more Black stories about Black folks and our multifaceted, if that multifacetedness, I don't know what the word is. But yeah, so that's what I really just want to do, get my name out there so I can start working on these projects, because I not only want to tell my stories, I want to help other people tell theirs.
Right.
And I'm really glad that, like, I have my docuseries on YouTube, because that is my own passion project, which is lovely because it's a way that I'm continuing to, like, pour into myself for myself, and at the same time be like, well, I could do this for this person as well. Yeah. And hopefully soon I want to start, I guess, like, freelancing. I need to figure all that out.
Yeah.
But that's, like, a project that I want to start, like, very soon, of, like, setting up, like, a professional website and, like, doing little gigs here and there for the exposure and meeting more people and just having my name on more things.
I could totally see doing that.
That's
like, you're kind of doing it.
Exactly. That's what, like,
already.
I just need to make it for real. Like, I'm already just scattered about.
Yeah, connecting all the pieces.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Exactly.
I wanted to bring up, when we were talking about you going to school, you had a minor too, right? What was it again?
I had a minor in Black Studies, and I had a certificate in digital design.
Cool.
So I did UX design, because I was like, if this film stuff doesn't work out, I can at least make a website.
Backup plan.
Tech is always going to be there.
Yeah.
And it's similar. I feel like graphic design, motion, it all comes together, really.
Yeah.
So it really helps.
And it's good to, like, know all of those skills rather than just one. So that's really good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then my minor in Black Studies needed it. I was at a PWI.
Yeah.
White institution, if somebody don't know that.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone, does know that.
But I was at a PWI, and I just needed a safe space. So the Black Studies minor, God bless.
Yeah.
I met so many cool people. I've learned so many good things.
Yeah, good.
Read many good books. Like, I actually like the textbooks and the
bring back books.
They gave us.
That's amazing.
I never bought textbooks because I was like, why would I do that?
Waste of money most of the time.
But some of them I actually bought because I was like, wait, I actually want this on my shelf.
Yeah.
Like, this is so good.
That's good. So do you want to incorporate that a lot with your work moving forward?
Oh, 100%. And I feel like I just kind of do in a natural sense. Like, I'll just bring up things that I'm reading or something that I learned. Like, literally this morning, I sent my friend an article. Because it just comes up so much.
Everyone who's around you is going to be smart. So you're doing the world a favor.
Yeah. Because it's so important.
It is. Yeah. Especially in today's day and age. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's really cool. Is there anything in specific alongside your docuseries and TikTok series that you wanted to shout out or tease a little? If not, that's totally okay too.
Yeah, no, nothing of that sort. Just, follow me on TikTok.
Yes.
Watch the docuseries. I actually made 100 subscribers. So
congrats. Yes. How are you celebrating? Or did you celebrate already?
I don't know. One of my friends made me, like, a scarf, which is super cute. And
that's really cute.
She embroidered it, and it was like, Key keeps it 100 because I got 100 subscribers. I was like,
that is so cute. That's why it's great having creative friends. Free things. Free pretty things. So that's amazing.
Again, and we met on Shoot Your Shot.
Yeah. So, oh my God. Oh.
Exactly.
Cute.
Exactly.
That's adorable. Okay.
And nothing else to shout out. I'm just excited to see where Chicago takes me. I applied for my first grant, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Even if I don't get it, I'm very happy that I still tried.
Oh,
that was the first grant I ever worked for. So it's like,
this is the start of the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get it.
Congrats. Oh yeah. We've been trying to be on the grant grind, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Honestly. So congrats.
Thank you so much.
Cool. That's all for this episode. Thank you, Kiara, for being on the Limelight podcast. Please tell the people where they can find you.
Find me on Instagram. Well, that's not as important. Find me on TikTok or YouTube, and then even Instagram at TWENTY 20, and then the number 3. So that's key.23, and then all the specifics I just said.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you at the next one.